Hi folks, it's day 64 today. Yeah, so we're moving house tomorrow, and wow, it sounds really echoey in here. This is our bedroom, and we're kind of all packed up. Um, so yeah, we're pretty much ready to go. This time tomorrow we'll hopefully be all unpacked and settled in. And I just thought I'd take a little bit of time to kind of reflect on, the last, I think I've lived here for 3 years now in this flat with Fran. And, I think I want to kind of remember it as much as I can, because it's been a place where I've seen a lot of change, and I've been through a lot of change. Mostly good, and, there was occasional blips along the way. This is kind of like where I had my breakdown and, wanted to end my life, because I didn't think my life was worth living. And there was a time when I was in hospital that, I was almost scared to come back here, because it had those memories, of what if I come back? Am I gonna, be back in that place where I decided to end my life? Is being in the same environment going to cause that to happen? And that was a very real concern for a long time for me. But, thankfully that never happened. And, I carried on to have some, great times and great memories of this flat. So like I say, mostly it's been good. It's all been good. Yeah, this is kind of like the first place I've ever lived with someone as a couple. So it was a lot to get used to for me, and I'm sure for Fran as well. Yeah, but it just worked from day one, really, and I don't think we've ever had any kind of major problems, or, it's just work. I mean, it's just worked. It's easy, and I think that says a lot about the strength of our relationship, that, we just work, and there's no need to explain it. It just kind of works. So yeah, 3 years. It's also kind of been, because before I moved in here, I lived quite a transient kind of life, I guess. Spent a lot of time traveling, and even when I was growing up, like as a family, we kind of moved around a lot. So there was never one place in my life that kind of stands out as, that's home for me, because we moved around a lot. And when I was older, I kind of moved around a lot. When I went to university, past university, I kind of like done a lot of traveling. I've lived in lots of different places, shared houses and hostels, and, I've never had a place. I mean, I had one place that was a grotty little bedsit before I met a friend, in Enfield, which is where we're moving actually. And it was at kind of at that moment that I realised how nice it is to kind of have your own space, where it's almost like it's time for me to make a home. That's what it kind of gave me, that feeling. And then obviously I met Fran, and we fell in love, and we moved in together, and then we got married, and now we're planning the next big step in our life. And yeah, it's made me kind of think back to all those years where I never had a home, really. I mean, obviously I had a home. I wasn't homeless. I just mean there wasn't like one place that stuck out in my mind where it was like, that's home to me. That's where I have the best memories of life. It's all kind of, yeah. I mean, it's just places I've lived, really. So yeah, in that respect, the last 3 years have been amazing, really. That it has worked out so well. I thought that maybe when I moved in originally it wouldn't work, because this was Fran's space and I was kind of coming into it, and how would that work? Would I feel like I belonged or not? And it just worked. Like I say, I keep saying it, but it just did, and it's only gotten better ever since. Like I say, there's been a couple of blips. What with my condition, hasn't really helped, but yeah, I'm going to look back fondly on the last 3 years, and this flat in particular. We've made some good memories here. It is a great location. We're really lucky. But yeah, we're moving on to somewhere else. It's more of a home for us together to build together. We're both really excited about moving to Enfield. And yeah, I just want to get in there now and get settled and get started making new memories and, you know, inviting people around for beers and, you know, sitting in the back garden having a barbecue. You know, just those kind of memories that you make that you're always going to look back on, and, you know, it's going to bring a smile to your face. I just want to make more of those. And I think that we're going to be better able to do that. And it's the start of the next kind of exciting... I didn't think it could get more exciting than getting married, but I think that, yeah, the thought of us kind of starting this adventure together, you know, because this is both of us made the choice to move into this house together, and I think we're going to make it into a really nice home for both of us, and hopefully for anyone who comes and visits. And that's all I really want now. You know, like I say, I spent a lot of my time growing up not feeling like I had a home, or not feeling strongly enough about any place I've lived to kind of say that is my home, that's where I'll go back to. There's areas, obviously, you know, where I grew up in Northern Ireland, that is basically is my home, because that's where I spent most of my childhood. It's where I spent a lot of my life. But within that area, it's kind of like there's so many different places I've lived that there's not one that I can kind of, you know, pin down and say I felt the most at home here. But that's not, you know, I'm not saying I don't. That is home in general terms for me. So yeah, it's kind of having this house. It's daunting, but it's also exciting. And I think it's a great move for both of us. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say, really. Just a quick video. We're both a bit nervous about tomorrow. It's a big day for both of us. Obviously, you know, my anxiety condition doesn't help with the situation. But you know, it's all going to be good in the end. I believe that. So let's see what happens. So it's going to be a bit chaotic tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll try and do some sort of like little quick video, just maybe once everything's settled and, you know, we've unpacked enough stuff that we can settle in and I can go off and do a video. But yeah, I can't believe how echoey it is in here. Yeah, it's bizarre. So yeah, I'll hopefully catch up with you guys tomorrow. Once the dust is settled. Yeah, okay, I'll leave it there.